Text file is a special type of file, and its content is composed of readable characters. We used this type of data before. Remember when we used the function fprintf to output the values in the command window? And behind the scene, the numerical values are converted into the readable characters and then sent to the command window for display. Here, the operation will be the same. The only difference is we're going to send the data to a file. And we will use the same function fprintf. And here, this is the function fprintf. What we need to add is the file ID, and this will direct the data to the right file. The rest of the steps are exactly the same. We're going to open the file with a write permission, and then we're going to output the data in the file with the specified format. Here we're going to output 2 values per row and separate by the tab. This /t meaning a tab, which is the space between 2 values. And then we close the file when we're done. If we run this section of code, we should see a text data.txt in the current folder. Here it is. If I double click and open the file, and you will see we have altogether 15 rows. And because we have 30 values, so each row has 2 values, we have altogether 15 rows. Next, we're going to read it back. The counterpart function of fprintf is fscanf, and it reads formatted data in a user-specified format from a file. And it follows the forms like fscanf, file ID, and the format. And the value will be assigned to the variable. And if you specify the size, it will determine how many data to be read. And basically, it is from the format string and as well as the size. And I will show you how this is determined. This is a code to read the data back. And this is the data file just created. And what we're going to do is, first we check if the function is opened correctly. And then we're going to use this function, which means that if we didn't reach the end of the file, we keep doing the reading. Otherwise, we will stop. So FEOF meaning the end of the file. And this is a very useful function in MATLAB, is to check to see if we reach the end of the file. And it is typically used in reading the text file. So here we go. So we're going to read the data from the file, which just opened by the fopen function. And we're going to read 1 value, and then we're going to read 3. So this has become a little bit interesting here. And I will show you the results shortly, and I will explain it what happened. And after we read the 3 values, and we are going to print it out, and in this case, we're going to print it out 2 in 1 row. So if we read 3 back, we will print it out 2 in a row. So let's see how it goes. If I hit run, this is what's happening. You will see the first row will have only 2 values, and the rest, except the last one, will have 3 values in a row, and the last one will have only 1 values. And if you check the total number of values, there are 30 values. The numbers are correct, but how did this happen? Well, this is what's happening. When we do the fscanf read function, and you will find that we're going to read 3 values. So it will read 3, right? And then when you do the output, it will print out the first two in one row, and the third one will be the next row. And then next read will read another three, and then it will also print the first two in the same row because there was already one value in that row. So these two will be the second and third values in that row. And the third value will get to the next row. Same thing all the way to the end. That's why you will see there is only one value in the last row.